on June 9th from 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the morning. So we are looking forward. We are looking forward to seeing you. So please give yourself a big hand. So we hopefully give us our best prayer to the victims, and hopefully everyone can live peaceful and can live in peace. So if you look at this picture, the exclusive handbag for online study group, we sell this handbag and we collect the money and we do the fundraising. And it's been like 2 million NT dollars. So if you are interested and if you like to do the dedication, you may contact us. We still have some handbags left. So everyone do a good deed, and then we can accumulate big strength. So everyone, if we love Dharma Master Zhen Yan, we should talk about more. We should talk about the Zhiyi more. So look at this things every Zen. So be careful and mindful when dealing with others, but do not be narrow-minded. And the other one is use others as your own mirror of reflection. You can spurn yourself. And when you see the good points, you can do self-reflection when you see the shortcomings. So every week we remind ourselves that the Dharma Master says ideal talents are those. Be humble but not be arrogant, self-esteem and the control, the good temper and the focus on the big thing, and you work hard and you show your good manners on your speech and actions. So with those characters, Master Zhen Yan will feel relieved. So we wish everyone can be Dharma Master Zhen Yan's ideal talent. So put your hand in front of your chest and say, Dharma Master Zhen Yan, please believe we will be your ideal talents. And then you see Dharma Master Zhen Yan give her thumbs up. So if you give you a thumbs up, actually you are the first one to receive the blessing. And you may give this thumbs to the one sitting next to you. Dharma Master Zhen Yan say, you are Dharma messengers. So you need to spread the Dharma teaching mindfully and diligently. In 2018, our common goals is we cherish every affinity and treat them as a one. And if you feel blessed, please be more diligently to carry on Zhiyi mission. And this year, after our trip to Hualien, we learned that we needed to be more humble to get along well with people and show good manners for the team, study diligently and preach Dharma and the Master Zhen Yan's teaching. And we welcome to receive more participants to join online study group. And next week, please do not forget, next Wednesday, we welcome everyone to join the handcraft class. And that day, you will learn how to make this beautiful key rings. And if you look at the big pictures, and if you have a friend, if you are, and if you look at the picture, it looks like a small factory. And those volunteers, they use their free time to contribute and do a little things and to learn beautiful handcraft. And this helping, if you have a little if you have children at home and it costs you 150 NT dollars, it's beautiful, but actually it's more meaningful. So the helping is very attractive. And you see the dragon, the owl, the roosters, the qipao, key holders, every one of them was come from many volunteers' dedication. And with a multinational translation, we can preach Dharma Master Zhenye's teaching. And today is the first week of the month. If you look at this picture, there are so many sisters and brothers. Thank you for their dedication and thank you for their time. And you may notice that since there are so many participants, actually we are continue. We continue to welcome and we continue to look forward to inviting more volunteers to join us. And like Su Xian, she is a doctor and she might be busy. She might be busy at the hospital. And today we have a newcomer, and right now she's sick next to Zhiyi, and she is learning now. So we're looking forward to her dedication very soon. And we continue through different platforms. We try to inspire more people, and we hope to recruit more volunteers, especially young people, to join the online study group and to spread Zhiyi is a good story. And today we also have a Cantonese interpretation. Thank you for those sisters' dedication. They came from Malaysia, they came from Hong Kong, a different country. And today we also will provide Cambodia language. We also have a Malay interpretation. So thank you for those sisters' dedications. And most of them are located in Malaysia. But one of them, like Ho Yu, she is in South Africa, in Africa. And Xiaoling, Yumei, and Xiaoqing, I think. They just came back from Nepal. And I'm not sure if today they will provide service. And a couple of days ago, Xiaoling joined the morning sampling and gave us a wonderful sharing. And today we also will have Taiwanese interpretation. The Taiwanese interpretation team is also very remarkable. You can see that actually more and more people join this team. So we have a volunteer from Kaohsiung, from Jiangwei, and from Yilan. And nowadays we need more volunteers to join the Hakka interpretation. Even you are not certified commissioners, you are more than welcome to join the online study group. So, and after online study group, we will do the photo with the interpretations. And now let's take a look and see the feedback that we received. This feedback was written after we came back from Hualien. So, like Lu Jingshu, she says that this is the second time that he joined online study group back to Zhiyi, to Hualien Jingsebo. And when she listened to the speakers sharing, she was touched and she was moved, especially the editor Xu Kaixuan's sharing. and also as well as Huiying. Huiying, after 1 year learning, she feel more relief and feel more relief like when she do the sharing in front of her Dharma Master Zhiyi. So with the good friend at the online study group, she feel blessed to be one of the team. And Jingsi and like there are 2 other volunteers from Thailand. So Liu Jingshu, she says like it is a good gathering with the other 2 volunteers from Thailand. Because of the online study group, they love each other more, and they are happy and grateful to join the online study group, and then they will be better and better. And there is another from Zhiyi, but because we are pressed for the time, so I'm going to skip this feedback and we're going to move on to next. So everyone can be a talent. Please join us. And this is the team that we get the team that make the recap video. Everyone to Chongqi is the leader. Thank you for your dedication and thank you for your. And that day, the person's magnetic field is very important. And if you always stay with the people with a positive energy, then you will walk further and further on your journey. And let's see the other interesting poster. 1 to the 365 power is 1, and 1.01 to the 365 power is 37.8, but the 0.99 to the 365 the power is 0.03. So if you do a little bit more every day, over a year, you will achieve a lot. But if you do a little less every day, over a year, you have nothing left. So only keep going, never give up, then you will meet a better yourself. So hopefully that everyone can be diligent and study online study group. And next week we have over 151 message feedback, and the feedback that it is very inspiring and it's a motivation for everyone of the team. So it's so like the Iran and the Sikai and like Malaysia, they give us a positive feedback on the teamwork, and even they have a feedback on the Turkey brothers share. And the youngs sharing last week, Yichen and Zhenmi also receive a lot of positive feedback, and they give us a very good example that if we think everything positively, and things will be better. And from their sharing, we learn more and more about the Jingsi Abbo's environment. Thank you for the sharing from Yichen and Zhenmi. And then the guiding reader's presentation, Lin Jiwei. The topic of love is the most touching thing shared by Jiwei. Jiwei is also do a lot of dedication in the prison, and he do a very good presentation to the inmates. And then not only she host the presentation in Kaohsiung, but also she was invited to Taoyuan, to the other country. So she is a very good example that she came from a ordinary volunteer and then become a certified commissioner and like a 大社 community. It's very remarkable that this community can recruit over 500 people to join the year-end blessing. So the 大社 community it's a very good example for us that as long as you have a good heart and you can achieve a lot. And we also appreciate Hu Guangzhong and Zhou Ruyi's sharing. And thank you for Jue Wu. He is the speaker, and thank you for your sharing, and thank you for Guang Xining from Canada. So last week we have received a message from American Canada, Malaysia, Japan. So let's give them a big hand. So last week, Yu Zichen was here as a surprise. And after Kaohsiung Online Star Group, he went to Hong Kong. And then he made a video. He made a video, and those Hong Kong volunteers give their blessing and greetings to online study group. Brother, hello, good to see you, and good to see. Hello, sister, I'm from here, and then I learned from the online study group, and we are happy to see you all. And we are happy with different brother connecting with us from Hong Kong and waving the hello hands with the Hong Kong family. And some people still come here and come to the Kaohsiung online study group. And this is the international study group and very for all of us. And from Hong Kong and come to Hong Kong to study to improve himself. And then this is a very happy place. And then he is online study group also to give back the good things back to everybody. For example, and self-led confidence now is very competent now. And now we come to Indonesia. And this is the producer. And now he's in Indonesia and he is in the airport. So we are connecting to the airport. And now before that, we have going to see the short video. And this is the short video about a camp. And this is the National Dai camp. We have this kind of a camp to exchange the idea and put down all their work to join the camp. And then doing that, we have doing different things. For example, they have morning exercise, they have the group tutoring competition, and also they have different activities. And going to the environmental station and try to do the hand-on experience. And then go to the station. Okay, we stop here. And this is the Indonesian language. Although we don't understand his language, but he's also good at Chinese. And then the overseas family and the branches on the Indonesia, and we have the Dai TV in Indonesia. And also as language used in Indonesian. And this is a very producer. This is a producer Hong Zhengwei. And Also, he have the
免提
very
00年过
special
后，华文教学在日
program
益复
for that,
兴，
and
在各地都
everybody
有一
is
批热
studying
心
French
在复兴华文
Chinese,
教育的人士。
and
不
Chinese
过
is
早在30多年前，
recognized
远在廖内省巴彦亚比
in
这座小
Indonesia,
城市，
and
就
over
有人
30
默
years
默为华文
ago,
教育
and
努力
following
付
that,
出，贡
and
献自己
it
的
is
一份
very
力量。
humbling we have the
好，各位，这就是呢，
Chinese
待会您即
people,
将听到那么
and
有磁性的声音哈。那这就
okay,
是
they
他要
will
介绍
hear
的
that
今天的这
from
个
the
人物哦。所以我们真的非
very
常感
nice
通
sound
过因
from
为
the
这样的完整
Symphony
新闻，
teacher.
让我们去遇
We
见
are
更
very
多的一
happy
个
to
正能量。我相信
through all
自己在
different
这个部
news
分也
and the
吸收了
videos
很
we
多，
can
所以我们
see
真的要透过他
different
们
things
专
from
业的这个部
Indonesia.
分回来。
From
所
this
以这
part,
一
we're
则的
going
一
to
个新
assist
闻呢，
her
就是由
for
我
their
们印尼
presentation
的
to
家人来做制作的哈，所以我们非常感
to
恩姜
from the
伟的一个制作
Indonesian
印尼
团
side
队。
来教
and
学生，
TV in
拜新闻洪
Indonesia.
江伟阿格斯
And
印尼采访
Jiangwei
报
is
道。
going to
洪江
produce
伟
that.
阿格斯哈，
And
你看他帅帅的在上面哈。那因为这样的关系报道，那你报道的
and
时
his
候，真的
handsome
遇
face
到
and
大鱼
from
胖
the
多，
TV
甚
show.
至行程山
And
的时候，依
we're
然
going to do different kinds of river, different situations for example, like and this is Jakarta in the rainfall area. The second half of 2019 is almost doesn't rain for a year, leading the drought and forest fires. However, right after the New Year's, we
好
experienced
，OK， 你
a
看
heavy
国语
rain.
非常的
Now the
标准
heavy
吧哈。然后
entire
在这
Jakarta
边
is
呢，
due
给我
to
们做
the
最及时的报道，这是
torrential
记者
rain.
本身
And
啊，记
see
者
here
本
from the
色
movie,
哈。
his Chinese
那
is
我们最后
very
来看看，因为
perfect.
刚才我们不是有音
And
乐的一个
then
共识吗？但是最重要
and
的
then
是
the last
他
we're
们
going to
跟慈
see
济
the
家人一
camping
样，
the
就要
camp
走入这样的一个关
volunteer.
怀机构，
And
然
now
后来
we'll
感受
see
见
another
福，
part
也
of the
更来
video.
了解
It's
我们
about
慈济的一个
the
人，那自
volunteer,
然
the
而然你就
teenagers,
可以融
and
在
they
其中
to
哦。
share
所以我
things
们真的
with
非常感恩这样的
the
一个
elders.
关怀，是被听
And
见、被看见、被他们
so
有
we
所
are
感受的。
very
Atas
thankful
latar
for
dan sebagai
this
seorang jurnalis
it
DITV,
is
kami
in
tidak hanya
Indonesia.
meliput atau memberitakan
And
kebaikan, tetapi kami juga memanfaatkan
also
setiap
bring the
kesempatan
materials
untuk berinteraksi, bersumbang.
to the
所以他
elders.
也
For
来
example,
也来
including
做报
4,000
道。
masks,
当然，他讲的是
390
印尼
cents
文，我
bottles
们
of
听不懂，
oil,
但是你会不
20
会担
boxes
心他
of
待会
dye
上来的
needles,
时候
and
讲英
380
文，我
packs
们全
of
部傻在那
milk.
边呢？没有
Although
人
we
口
don't
译吗？
understand this
好，我们也非
Indonesian,
常感
but
恩我
we
们的印
all
尼是有
know
口译的。
that.
但是呢，今天
And
姜伟
no
呢，
other
他
people
是呢
doing the
印尼大
translation,
一
so
台
I'll be
中
fine.
文节
And
目
we
的
have
制
the
作
Chinese
人。今天分享的
subscriber.
主是印尼大一台的
And
影
this
响力，你
is
要注意听哦，是超有影响力，
producer
而且
of the
获奖无
ITV.
数的
And
一
we
个
are
平台哦。
he's
我们真的
very
非常感恩，不
influential
但是
and
我
he
们
got a
唯
lot
一
of
一
reward
个
on it.
在海外的
And
大爱电视台，
the
而且
only
是
one
做出成
in
绩。所以我们现在通过通
and
关
the,
密语，然后
the
一
only
起
one
来遇见他，
person
一起
in
来。我喜
Indonesia
欢
who
和
do
你
that
在一起，
the words
因为你
all the
有
that
正
we
能
like
量。
to
好，
share with everybody
感
together
恩。
because
嗨，他在
we
马
have
来西
positive
亚的机场的
energy.
某一个空间。
And thanks for
嗨，你说。
hello. And this is the Malaysia airport. Is hello
好，
dear
主播
all the
好。
brothers and sisters. Hello, good morning. And this is
那我就开
Jiangwei.
始
I'm in
我们印尼大
Malaysia.
台的分
And
享。
thanks for
那
the
时间过
great
得
for
很快呢，我
Main
们印尼
Sushi
大电视
Sisters
台呢，现在已经
invitation
迈
to
入第
share this idea
17
with us.
周年。
Time
那
flies
想当
by
初呢，我
TV
们刚开台
Indonesia
的时
is
候呢，是
already
在
70
2005
years
年。
old this
那我们可
year.
以来编辑
When
一
we
下我
launched
们准备的简
in
报。那个
2005,
时候呢，我们
we
就一
faced
些面对各
many
种挑战，
a
包
lot
括
of
是剪
challenges
辑
from
照，还有
the
呢语言上的
BBC.
隔
We can
阂。
see that
感
we
恩
face
台
a
湾
lot
大一
of
台的支
challenges
持，还有印尼企业
and
家的热心
thanks
支
for
持。
all the
在
support
2007年的时
the
候呢，我
ITV
们
in
正
Taiwan
式呢
and the
在雅加达那
enthusiastic
边来了
support
两
from
地
the new
开
Times
播。
entrepreneurs.
那走过
We
17周
officially
年的4
began
月呢，我们
broadcasting
来看一下
in
下一张的简
Jakarta
报。
and
印尼
then
大
in
电视台呢，受到了
2017.
各
I'm
界
proud
的
during
肯
the
定。
past
那
over the
这
past
张图
17
呢，
years,
我们可以看
the
到，目前
ITV
印尼大电
Indonesia
视台
gained
呢，在
recognition
多
from
媒体
various
方面
sectors.
呢，备受
From this
关注
chart
的资
shows
料有 Instagram， 包
multi,
括大家都用的
current multiple
YouTube、
investment
Facebook，
of
还
the
有呢，
ITV
在印尼的
Indonesia,
TikTok， 就是
including the
印
very
尼版
famous
的抖音。
platform
那
like
这些资 Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. And from this data, you can see the pin all the welcome from in Indonesia and from the following. You do have the word to play. The civil play button when we official channel with 100 100,000 subscribers, and then the go play button when we reach 1 million subscribers. Also get the reward. This is the multimedia program, especially from the window of inspiration as about the program reporting the treaty activity, different kind of activity in Indonesia. And from that, we have 11 million viewers from Zhiyi hospital and about reporting about bone marrow donation in Indonesia. And from this picture, you can see it's broadcasting from different types of different media. And also we have other programs like the Beijing have over 6 million views. Dreams Come True has over 5 million views. And from that, we have found our program content insights by others online media demonstrate an influence of Thai TV Indonesia spreading kindness and beauty. And the online media are not small. For example, and this is online media. You can see different types. They have different viewers. And from the next one, we can see that this is the reflecting life. We interviewed grandma, and then
那这是映照人生，映照人生可能大家在台湾也有看过，就是
this is the reflecting life, and we also can see that from Taiwan, from Indonesian broadcast, and we have translated the Chinese subscriber. This is a documentary, and we can see this is a movie, short movie about a grandma, and she has to take care of her 3 grandchildren every day. After the story aired, North Jakarta government official visit her the next day to offer assistance. We can see and understand her situation and family. And the officials also offered assistance. They saw the short movie.
Nenek Hatijah, salah satu perempuan yang tinggal di pesisir Kali Baru Cilincing, Jakarta
Ini
Utara, bahagia tak kebayang
grandma
siapa
Hakaja,
setelah menjadi salah
and
satu
she
narasumber
feels
dalam
very
program
happy.
dokumenter
We can
refleksi
think
DAI
after
TV.
she
Neneknya kini mengurus
accept
3
the
orang cucu
reflecting
itu
live program
mendapat bantuan
interviewing,
dari
she
pemerintah
has to take care of 3
administrasi
grandchildren
Jakarta
every day,
Utara
and she
berupa
can
biaya untuk
get the North
melanjutkan
Jakarta
sekolah cucunya
government
yang
official
sempat terputus.
assistance and give the
Saya
scholarship for
ikutan
all the
datang.
grandchildren.
Tiba-tiba
And
besoknya
after
banyak orang
interview,
datang
and
rumah-rumah.
the next day, a lot of
Juga
people
nggak
come to
tahu.
my place,
Iya tiba-tiba orang datang kita senang
and
namanya
then I
kita
don't
orang
know who
susah
they
kan
are,
ngurusin
but
yatim.
suddenly
Senang
have
ngurusin anak
come to
pra-periga.
the assistant and take care
Nah
of
itu
me. I'm
dibeliin
very
usaha
happy to accept the
perahu
help
mau
and
usaha.
assistance. I'm buying both
Katanya
to
sih
find
nanti
a living
diperbaikin, bukan
and can
benar
make
diperbaikin
money for
doang.
our life.
Katanya sih
And they
perbaiki
help
rumahnya.
they want to help
Biar
me
jangan
to fix the
lain
house.
deh. Namanya rumah kayak gini.
Because the house
Sementara
is
itu,
lower than the
Satriawan,
road,
seorang pegiat
and
literasi asal Cilincing yang juga menjadi
this
salah satu narasumber,
kitchen
membenarkan
volunteer
bahwa adanya bantuan tersebut.
one of
Pemerintah
the
administrasi Jakarta Utara juga membuatkan
this
sebuah pendopo
reporter, he can
yang
see the word
rencananya
North
ditujukan sebagai
Jakarta
wadah
government
untuk
set up
kegiatan
the
belajar
learning
mengajar
house
informal
for this village
bagi anak-anak nelayan
and
yang tinggal
offer
di
the
wilayah Kali Baru.
official kitchen to the children in this village, to the fishermen. Originally, this program can be watched by the North Jakarta government, and they come to on site this village on purpose and they give assistance to all the people here. After understanding the grandma's health condition, and thank you for Thai TV Indonesia. Thank you for their help and thank you for instant help from the government as well. And then you can see the next one, the next picture in the social recognitions. We have received 5 awards from the last year. In one international award and 1 international award and 4 domestic awards with 1 international nomination. The program that I share with you won the 23 Overseas Chinese Media Reporting Award. This is and we have different countries, 101 entries. And about Taiwan, about the effort of Taiwanese people worldwide creating the job opportunity for locals. And the other one, the program reflecting life. And the next one is reflecting life about Kaohsiung tribe. And it is won the Best Editing Documentary at the 2023 Mayatama Bali Festival. And the award recognized the depth of story and editing skills. And this is about and see the next one. And this is reflecting life about 2023 award. Best Editing Documentary Award 2023 Mayatama Bali Festival with 233 entries. The award recognized depth of story and editing skills. And the next one is about the Indonesian ethnic group which aired in August this year, and it's already won the third place in 2023 Zhiyi Short Film Documentary Award. And there were 294 entries from 62 cities in Indonesia. And then the next one, and also the program in Indonesia. Additionally, another episode as an Indonesian activity about as follows. This is the Mono Tribe won the 2024 Indonesia Cultural Documentary and Ethnic Program Championship. The event was organized by the Indonesia Administration, Education and Cultural with several universities. And the content is about the story and Indonesian people living in harmony with the nature in remote area. And there were 100 entries across Indonesia. Let's see the short movie from this one.
Muncullah filosofi yang dikatakan bahwa bumi dilambangkan sebagai
A
tubuh
lot
manusia.
of philosophers think the earth represents the human body, and the water represents the blood, the earth represents the flesh, the stone represents the bone, the forest represents the hair, and veins cannot be separated from each other. This house social model house. Local house is surgery house. Local house is issues story abundant harvest. Many no women in this return to this that still fit into the local conditions and to produce the food
Jadi
there.
kita di sini ya saling membantu. Umpama benih jagung yang kurang
People here
atau
come
jagung
to
yang
help
dimangan
each
itu
other,
kurang,
although
ya dia
some
boleh
villager
minta di
lack
tetangga
of land
sebelah
or
dia bisa
corn seed,
bantu.
and we can ask for the corn seed from the neighbors. The neighbors are very happy to help, and they are on rainforest for 2 years
Memang
here.
kami agak susah dengan pertanian.
Soon as it is,
Kekurangan
it's very
air,
hard
tetapi
to plant
mama-mama di
just
desa
like
Tuni
of
ini
water.
selalu berupaya
And
untuk
the rain,
bisa
the
kita
woman
memenuhi
is very
kebutuhan di dalam rumah
active to
tangga.
do the planting to fulfill
这里就是
the
莫
needs
蒂
of
斯
the
山，是莫洛
getting
族人的宇
needs
宙
of the
中心。
family. This is the
这
movie
座山储
mountain
存大量
and
水源。
Molo. This is the central area for
1990 年
Molo
代
people.
曾经有
This
人想
mountain
来开采
cultivates
获
a
取大理
large
石，
amount of water.
当
In
时莫洛
1990,
族
there
妇
were
人极力
attempts
阻
to
挡，
extract
便决
marble
定在
here.
山脚
At
下
that
放
time,
置。
Molo women strongly resistant and decided to eat the food
Para
of the
perempuan-perempuan
mountain.
ini khawatir karena marga satwa hilang.
This time,
Obat-obat
the women
herbal itu juga
were
hilang.
all very
Dan
concerned. The
pewarnaan benang juga
animals,
hilang.
including her, will
Jadi
vanish.
simbol daripada
The
perempuan
natural
adalah
dye will vanish as
jangan
well.
telanjangi
Smaller
bumi.
women
Bumi
just
itu
slogan
memiliki bungkusan.
and
Dia memiliki
don't
tutupan.
make it
Tutupan
the
itu
earth.
sama
The
dengan
earth
kain
needs a
tenun.
protection for that. And just like the weaving fiber
Jagalah
to cover
lingkungan,
the
jaga
mountain
sumber daya alam,
to protect
ekologi yang
the
ada.
rock.
Karena
Protect the
tanpa lingkungan
environment, the
ekologi,
natural
petani
resource, the
tidak bisa buat apa-apa.
ecosystem, the
Dan
environment
mereka harus
ecosystem, those are the
bertahan
balance the
untuk
farming cannot do the
bagaimana lebih banyak
farming.
budidaya
We have to
tanaman
find a
supaya
way
bisa
to
mengatasi
plant
perubahan
more
iklim yang
farm,
ada dan
harvest,
mereka
and
bisa
we
bertahan
conquer
dalam menghadapi
the
perubahan
question
iklim
of
yang
the climate
sedang
change.
terjadi.
Face the climate change positively, we can solve the problem. So this is normal type of video. And then reflecting life, another one, also the top 5 final book.
OK， 没关系，你快
Yes.
结束了，我知道，因为时间已经到了，没关系，你把好，
Okay.
感恩。
I know we're going to end it.
好，那还有剩下2章啊，好，那我尽快把它结束。那
Okay.
再来就是映照
And
人
there's
生节
two
目呢，
more.
获得20入
Okay,
围
we'll
前
do
5
the
名
ending the wrapping
2023
up.
年的吉
And
隆
the
坡生态
reflecting
电影
also
节，那
to
有
top
39
5
个国家，
finalists
总共
in
136
2023
件的作品
Kuala
参赛。
Lumpur
好，
Eco
那
Film
最后一
Festival
张
with
就
the
是印尼有一个大
133
iPad 的
entries
手
from
机
39
APP 叫做
countries.
大
This
iPlus， 那这是我们
documentary
从
tells
去
the
年
story
推
the
出，
racing
所以呢不限于
community
任何地
and
方、
this
时
is
间，
the
还有
mobile
呢地
APP
点，
from
我
Thai
们
TV
包括
Indonesia.
在台湾的家
Allow
人也可
viewers
以
to
随
watch
时
the
看到
Thai
我们
TV
印尼的
program
大爱电视
anytime
台。
anywhere,
那以上是印
including
尼大
some
爱电视台的采
including
访，
all the
这是
brothers
我们
and
的分享，
sisters.
还请大
And
家
this
多
is
多祝福我
concerning
们，
the
感恩
Thai
大
TV
家。
好，一
Indonesia.
定要响起
And
祝福的掌
thank
声
you.
哈！
Give a
好，
lot of
多
love
多祝
blessings
福
to
你
us
们。
in
哇，真的
Indonesia.
让我们觉得非常的
And
开心。
give
然
the
后我
big
就
applause
停留在个
for
APP 的平台，也请
people
导播
in
哈，同时这
Indonesia.
样
We are
这
so
样的一个画
happy
面，然后让
and
更多人知
we
道，
can
即
see
便
that
我们在世界
that
任
the
何一个地方
broadcasters
呢，只
we
要下
see
载这个
all this
APP 平台，
this
同
picture
步
of
我
the
们就
ape
连线大
platform
爱的印
and
尼
we
的
can
大爱
download
台
this
哈。
app
所以
and
我
we
们
can
现在
connect
在美
into
国北
the
加州的实境的
the
分
eye
江伟师兄
program
是在
in
马来西亚机
Indonesia.
场某个角落克
And
服困难
now
上线来分享，真的不容易。
and
刚才有
Jiangwei
一度声音一直
brother
卡卡
is
的，
in
我们就有一点
Malaysia
紧张。不
and
过后
it's
来就一
very
路顺畅到最后了哈。
because
那
of
同时他
connecting
说，大爱台
problem
不仅
we
是
are
播报印尼的
conquered
讯
it
息，
and
还
we
包
can
含了
see
台湾及
we
全
can
球
see
世
the
界的
all
故
the
事都有
programs
哦哈。那
all the
我
things
们同
on him.
时呢，我们
And
在这
the,
边
all
一
the
直想到
stories
说，
about
大爱
to
台
be
走向
in
世界，就需要跟
Indonesia
所有的媒体
and
整
at the
合
same
连接
time
起来。那印尼大爱台
and
真的是
the
做
eye
到了哈。
TV
那
goes
他同
through
时
a
非常赞
worldwide
美
of
你，就是一
connecting
口
all
标准的
the
普通话，
different
真的很棒。
volunteers
江
all
伟你的印
worldwide
尼文和普通话跟
and
英文都
you
非
have
常非
big
常的精彩
Chinese
哈。
where you
那
are
在这边呢，我
Indonesian
们可以
and
看
your
到呢，就
Chinese
是
and English are
其
perfect.
他家人，那
At the same time
其他
here
家
we
人可
can
以
see
把刚才
other
的一个分享，
family
我想大概都还在写哈，
feedback
能够第一时间给我们印尼的团队这样子的一个加油打气声哈，是我
doing
们真的非
writing
常的
it
感动。那
the
从
feedback
不
back
晓得你知
to
不知道我
this
们印尼有大爱台，
this
可是呢，印尼的大爱
interview
台里面有一个
and
华语特
do
别的
you
一个华
know
语的
we
一个
have the
区段。
Thai
那
TV
在
in
这个华语的部
Indonesia
分
we
呢，
have the
却经过
Chinese
这几年的努力呢，是
channel
获奖
and
无数哈。那
from
刚才
this
我们有看
Chinese
过2个
channel
片
you
段，
can
所以可
see
以知道
it
他
get
们
a
的
lot
无
of
论是
reward
品质
in
或
all
质感
from the
或内容，其
PPT
实都
and
是非
two
常的
short
用心。
movie
所以这
from
样的
it
一个肯定，绝
and
对
the
是名
material
副其
and
实哈。那他呢，今天是
the
要到马来
quality
西亚
of
去，
the
那
channel
现在也在
and
马来西
it's
亚的机
really
场，
thanks
所以我们真的非常感恩。无论
and
他们已
in
经养成，无
Malaysia
论人在哪里，
and
想要
here
连
in
线一定
Malaysia's
可以
airport
准时的上台播
and
报
no matter
新
where
闻，
you are
上
if
台
you want
分享都
to
可以的。所以我们真的非常
want
感
to do
恩
the
获
broadcasting
得的
to
第
do the
一个
sharing
国
and
际讲座
anywhere
大爱与你分
thanks
享的一
for
个节目哈。
this
所
is
以我们
the
真的非常的
international
感恩。我们今天
channel
江伟
and
呢也非
program
常感
to
恩
get
印尼的执
international
行长树们师姐
international
给我们
recognition
高雄线上读书会非常
and
and thanks for the
我们再次掌声感恩，也
administrator
希望
in
呢有
Shanghai,
更多的
TV
这里等一下
Indonesia.
等一
Thank
下
you to the
印
people
尼我们
to
加拿大不
brother
管是他
Jiangwei.
写的，所以印尼的
The
四
way
大
that
八
is
法剧跟台湾的脚步大
in
爱
Canada
开发会的
and
正向影响力跟大愿力
in
更是海
Indonesia,
外
we
实
have
践学习的
different.
榜样跟典范。
Thank you
感恩
for
年轻有为
good
勇
things
敢
and
承
good
担口条
memories
清新的姜伟
material
师兄
from
无私的分享。印尼大
Indonesia.
爱台
And
获
he
奖
says,
无数，实至名
good
归。我们台南的桂兰也
young
跟你说
brother,
感恩哦，哈。
Hong
那北京的庄伟
Jiangwei
信说，
brother.
看
They
看
can
当地
share
人为为了
different
保
things
护
with
环
us
境是
and the
多么
news
有爱心
in
啊，所以一定
Beijing.
要支持印尼的大
Local
爱台。
things
昆山的
Hope to give the support to Thai TV.
We are so grateful that we can have all the comments right here, and you share like wonderful ideas about our interpreters here and our guests. And if you have any positive feedbacks, and please just let us know and leave your messages online. Thank you, Jiangwei. You are wonderful. I will see you next time. And this is a great, like a more than great and a more than wonderful like TV station from Indonesia, and we really feel the same, right? So here on the screen, and we have a really kind of a tasty bread, and we have a charity sale on this, right? Okay, and now let's move to the next session, and we now have a lot of like love, okay, and we have been collecting the love, okay, I mean like donating members, okay, and this is kind of great that we can have a greater support to the refugees there. And also on June 9th, right, please just come over, okay, to the charity carnival. And by the way, and we really have a kind of a good product sold in our Jinsi bookstore, and we have like a new products launched here, and you haven't tasted our like a wonderful like food products, right? And you can just come over and try that, right? And we will just spend your donation. I mean, just spend your like we use your donations, okay, as kind of a part of the like a reconstruction, like a project of the Huarien. And today, now let's just go directly to the like a guided reading, okay? And today we're gonna have a Chen Shuman with us, right? And you will see her, I mean, you see her like every week, and she always carries her smiles on her face. And actually, she was also a teacher. And
she is also a retired teacher, and you can see her all over the places during our online reading study groups. And she will be our guiding readers today. Let's welcome her today. I'd like to be with you because you have positive energy. Thank you, Teacher Meiyun, Venerable Master and Master from Abode, and other brothers and sisters. Good morning. I am Shuman, and my Dharma name is Yu. And what I'd like to guiding read is to abetting the Buddha and purify our mind. Every May, we will hold the Buddha bathing ceremony to purify our mind. And what is the origin of the Buddha bathing ceremony? The very first Buddha bathing ceremony was held in 1996. It was held in the Zhiyi nursing school. And you can see from the footage, the masters arrived at the scene to guide the students how to hold a lamp and how to how to praise the Buddhas. And also, we held another first Buddha bathing ceremony in 2000. And the master says, because mother say represents people, as is through our mother that we can have this body. And Zhiyi Day represents these, as Zhiyi helps us to firmly establish the direction of our lives, doing good deeds that benefits the humanities. The Buddha's birthday represents principle, as the Buddha's teaching help us to understand the truth. And starting from 2010, Zhiyi Buddha bathing ceremony began to incorporating design patterns to represent the central themes of the event. But due to the pandemic, so the ceremony was suspended for 3 years. And in 2023, on May 14, the Buddha bathing ceremony was held once again, and with almost 2,000 people attending this ceremony. And through the patterns and through this decorating, we can represent the Buddha's whole entire lives. And we can all walk into the Buddha's heart and to understand the Buddha's meanings. And the whole ceremony, it feels that we go back to Buddha's birthplace, starting from the day the Buddha was born. So we can understand the Buddha's entire lives by following the Buddha's footprints. There is a pond in front of the Mahadevi temple in Lumbini where the Buddha was born. And this year, all the Dharma masters gather in front of the Mahadevi temple as if they have walked to the Buddha's hometown to bath the Buddha and celebrate Buddha's birthday. So in front of the Mahadevi temple stands the 160 centimeter tall statue of the great enlightened one of the universe, creating a realistic setting of that feels like returning to the birthplace. There is a significant meaning of the statue, which appeared to be touching the earth because the Buddha was born on this earth, preached the Dharma here, attained enlightenment here, and hoped that everyone would follow the Buddha's path, Bodhisattva's path for generations. In that temple, Buddha taught the Lotus Sutra and the Buddha's ways. The entire process is an important symbol for the Buddhism and sensual beings. So for the entire path, that represents the Grand Canal in front of the Mahadevi temples. In 1970s, there's a Great Canal, artificially constructed canals. Along the rivers, there are many temples, and the meditation center was established there. So the entire process is an important symbol for the Buddhism and sensual beings. And many people might ask, what is Buddhism? Actually, it is about spreading the true meaning of the Buddha's teaching. Serving sensual beings is essentially benefiting others. So the square in front of the Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall, you can see there's a tree facing eastwards. It's a symbol like the Bodhi trees at the Buddha's hometowns. So with Buddha in our hearts, that all the beings can make our hearts a sacred place for practice. And Master says, even though Nepal is a Buddhist country, the true Buddhism isn't seen there. At this time, Buddhism is to spread westwards, to bring it back to the Buddha's homeland. So at the very first time, we can hold a Buddha bathing ceremony in Lumpini, the international conference centers. So gathering almost 3,000 people to bath the Buddha together. In Lumpini, we would like to let more people to understand what Zhiyi is doing. So the Buddha bathing is the best invitations to understand that Zhiyi practices the Buddhism through the actions. Let's look at this village. And there are so many Dharma, so many masters that walk to the platform together to bath the Buddha together. And Master said that we can deeply feel the compassion of the Master Zheng. We can also feel the great love from Zhiyi. And through this ritual to get back to the hometown of Buddhas and bring the Buddhism back to the Buddha's birthplace. So I can deeply feel that the spirits of the great love, as the spirits of the Zhiyi volunteers. I'm so honored to be able to participate in such an event. And in Nepal, in the Kingdom of India and Nepal, the caste system, which has persisted for the thousands of years, often excluded lowercase community from participating in events like this. So many local women, after participating, expressed their profound gratitude, saying that in my humble existence, I never imagined that I could enter such a venue in my whole life. So what's particularly precious about the Buddha bathing ceremony organized by the Zhiyi is to allow everyone in Lumpini to see the equality, which is truly groundbreaking in the local society. And before the ceremony, there was a special food bathing for filial piety activity for the parents and children. featuring the story of kneading sheep, which moved many parents to tears, because Master Zhiyi emphasized the importance of helping them transform their lives and let them feel content even in poverty. And in 2023, Zhiyi held the very first Buddha bathing ceremony at Bulgaria. And the bathing ceremony was held here at the Mahabodhi Temple. And before the ceremony, our volunteer visits the abbots and all the monk in the temple to accomplish this Buddha bathing ceremony. Let's watch this report. With the solemn music, and Zhiyi held the very first Buddha bathing ceremony at Mahabodhi, the Bulgaria, and leading by the abbots that to help this to begin the ceremonies. And Venerable Kanida, the abbot, expressed, "This is a very joyful moment that I'm so delighted to participate in this Buddha bathing ceremonies." Although it's an enlightenment place for the Buddha, but lots of the people, local people, already their religion already shifted. But through this ceremony that there were so many people attend this ceremony to bring them back to get close to the Buddhism. And I asked the abbots how many Buddhism, how many Buddhists there, and he said there are only monks that believe in Buddhism. So with this ceremony, we can have more than 1,000 people participate in this event. They were willing to get closer to Buddhism. With all the favorable condition, they can accomplish this Buddha bathing ceremonies. So Master says to cultivate a good affinity in suffering, to guide the sufferings to perform good deeds and filial piety, to seize the opportunity to create blessing. In this way, the one can sow the seeds of good karma even in difficulties. Let's give her a big hands. Well, she's a very professional guiding readers. And this is always focused on the ITVs, because every time the guide readers, we need to put in the videos within our presentations, and there's a time limit for only 10 minutes. And through Sister Shuman, we can learn a lot from her. And without meeting, and she has to fit into the situation right away. So as a coordinator, and she always face all the challenges with smiles, and also she works very diligently and very efficiently that you cannot imagine her presentations. And usually she handed her PowerPoint 3 to 4 weeks ago. She always well prepared. And there's feedbacks about Sister Shuman, and we can, because through Teacher Meiyun's eyes, she can see all the talented persons. And I was asking Zhiyi about the new the interpreters, but she was still upstairs. She just came back from state, and she's observation right now at the interpretation rooms. That's prepare something for her about the books. And while she cannot understand Chinese, let's see how she can fit in these groups. And lots of people give us feedbacks about Indonesia. Buddha bathing can really attract many people to get to participate this ceremony to get closer to the Buddha's spirit. We thanks for her presentations. And every year, Sister Ziyi have to challenge her limits. And she talked about in 2023, there are over 500 of Dharma masters that can walk into the venue together. The solemn and grand pictures that I cannot imagine the singing. And through the music, the other Dharma master can walk into the Buddha bathing venue together. It was full of Dharma joys, especially in the Buddha's birthplace. And when we went back to Hualien Jingsi Hall, and there's another table of the industrialists that came from a boat from the Indonesia and from the Malaysia. We can see, we also meet the brother Guolan Yong, who are in the footage of who worked diligently to make this ceremony happens in Buddha's birthplace. And we thank to Sister Shuman's presentations.
And today we have a new interpreter who doesn't understand the Chinese, right? And she's upstairs, and I hope to see you later, okay? And please come over, and I like to know you, right? Because this is kind of a great team, right? And we have a great people in a wonderful team. And now let's go to our catchy phrase part, right?
Okay, let's get into a catching phrase. Let's see the last week, how many with new charging station is great. We always are active to recruit young volunteers. Zhengmin learned hard to prepare and clean up the event. Think positively and things would get better. Love is the most touching, shared by Lin Jihui. Seeing suffering and knowing blessing from Syria. We utilize time, space, and relationship between peoples. Make good use of your body and mind to create happiness. Kaohsiung Dasar has Guanyin Bodhisattva invited 5 people from a community to achieve thousands of hands and eyes, prepare many activities, promote vegetarians, use creative game to teach children about environmental protection. Guangdong and Ruyi is sowing good seed, Bodhi tree form forest in Turkey. If we work together as one, we can do the right things. Help education of disadvantaged kids in Malahai. Children gonna up, go to college and become professional. Oh, hey, Turkey, you are great. So we are so appreciate our cross-country teams. Let's give our team love, encouragement. You are so.
Okay, and now that our next speaker is kind of a famous one, and he is so well known in Kaohsiung, I think as well as the world. And you see his poster, this is beautiful, okay? And of course, it's beautiful designed by our graphic designing team here on the poster. As you can see, we have a Xie Huijun, and they are like young people, and this is kind of a great team guiding us, right? So when we have such wonderful guests, and we have also wonderful pastors by a wonderful team. Right? Okay, so let's take a look at all the videos, right, before the guests is here. And the Wei Yang and the Yachun are actually kind of important volunteers in our young volunteer teams, right? Okay, and we also really care about them. And actually, I'm also there, although you don't see me on the screen, right? Okay, and you see during the charity sale and they sell bread, but it means a lot because they just get involved in the voluntary jobs and they want to do their best to donate to make donations, right? Okay, so actually, all the money we collect will be just as a support to the refugees, okay, during the April 3rd, like a Hualien earthquake there, okay? So we have so many entrepreneurs right here, okay? And I like you to just tell, your friends and family members such a good news and just do whatever we can to do something as a support to the refugees after the earthquake, right? And let me tell you, Mr. Huang is a really kind of open-minded person, and he is so much willing to do good deeds, right? And now the next video will show it, right? And you will know that, okay. And actually, he serves as a volunteer, but let me tell you the secret. He didn't want to do this, right? Okay. And do you see our interpreter Zhiyi, and she is so good at performing the sign languages, right? But actually, it requires a lot of practice, right? Okay. And mainly, I do the a senior care. And you will be just hearing his sharing, and he get involved in two parts. One is long-term care for the elder, and number two, it is kind of a care for the inmates. Okay, and he has a secret. I don't think you know it, right? Okay, right? Because he also did something. Okay, and let's take a look at this video. And Huang Mingzhao, okay, really did his best, and he donates a lot of alcohol, okay? And, during the pandemic period of time, we are just in a big lack of alcohol. So Huang Mingzhao just makes donations about, this kind of alcohol liquid, okay, to over 82 schools, right, including over 3,000 people. And it was really kind of a support, right, okay, during the pandemic, right. And in this school, they have around 30,000 students in 5 different areas, and with all the alcohol liquids, and it was a kind of great support for all the schools, right? Okay. And aside from washing hands with a soap, and then of course they also need the alcohol, and we need it everywhere, including the security checkup point and all the classrooms, right? And now Zhiyi, is giving us such a wonderful gift, and we feel so happy and touched, right? Okay, and this is everything we do, right? Okay. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we are having our guest. Okay, Huang Mingzhao, we like to be with you because you have a positive energy. Wonderful. Okay. You see Huang Mingzhao and his wife, and I just want to be just, in the middle of you two, right? Okay. And now we have a lot of messages here, right? Okay. And even we have a message from North America saying that, no matter how busy I am, and I will just get online and listen to you sharing, okay? And I personally have to remind Huang Mingzhao that today you have to speak in Mandarin, right? Because usually he speaks in Taiwanese, but we have a lot of like online listeners who are from China, and I don't think they understand the Taiwanese languages. So this is really important that he has to just do it in Mandarin today, right? Okay. And I am a retired teacher, and I served in like a Zhuangjing elementary school. And Huang Mingzhao actually just went to our school and he delivered a lot of like warm speeches, right? And this is why we have a kind of wonderful warm team today. Okay. And all the teachers, including students, were just touched by all of his like sharings and presentation, right? And now today, if I say Huang Mingzhao is a big brother, and actually he is, right? Okay. And he just does this, kind of a caring jobs, okay, into we say prisons, right, to the inmates, right? Okay. So when I say he is a big brother, and you won't say no, he isn't, right? Okay. And today he has 30 minutes, right? And do you expect that he is giving you kind of the warm presentation? Yes, right. And please give him a big hand, right? And right here, and this is his beautiful wife, right? Okay. Because without a beautiful wife, and he couldn't just achieve some kind of a great success today, right? Okay. And he is really a considerate person, and he gives our interpretation team kind of a great like paperwork here, okay. And he gives a lot, so much, right? Okay, let me tell you, okay, he has only 30 minutes today, but he gives the presentation, I mean, the interpretation team, like more scripts than like 30 minutes, right? And it is a really, really considerate, okay? And I don't know why, okay, he can just accomplish so much, right? He has a secretary, okay? And he can just do it so quickly. And he just said, come on, teacher Meiyun. Okay, I spent like more than 2 weeks like typing the script like one word by one word, right? Okay. And this is kind of awesome, right? Okay. And you see this, everywhere, and we can see like a surprising points, right? Okay. And because of the oral interpretation teams, right, who may not understand well the mother languages in the local areas, so interpreter has to just see the script from the guests, right, so they can do the interpretation really precisely, right? Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's have Huang Mingzhao, please.
Welcome, Dan.
亲爱的上人，全球的法亲师兄师姐们，
is the perfect. Yeah, I can. No problem.
我姓黄，叫明
Start.
明朝清朝的明。
Dear Master Zhengyi and global brothers and sisters, I'm Huang Mingzhao. In Dynasty, today, the topic of my sharing is the Symphony of Life. Spiritually, no matter we are poor or rich, every family got their own difficulties. What that difficult? These are our parents. Why we have this kind of father and mother, and this kind of sibling, and the marriage relationship between wife and husband, and our relationship with our kids. If you didn't own each other in the past life, we won't meet this life. If you didn't cultivate the karma, you won't get the result of this life. Why we have to inventory our life? How to inventorize life? From the day we have a memory, who and what from the present you. You have to after the inventory, you start to accept this imperfect things and imperfect family. I share with you my family. In the middle is my father. The next one is my grandfather. Next is my elder sister. And next one is my grandmother. My father was in the middle. Next is me. The next one is my uncle. He was born with polio. He was struggling for life. The next one is my mother holding my younger sister. And that's why they are my aunts and my uncle. This is our family. This life, we come to this life because we cannot let go of all the trouble made in the past life. How to fulfill that we not yet fulfilled in the past life. We come to repay over to complain. I'm really come to repay. I tell you how I repaid. My father is not so bad, but he liked drinking. He's always looking for trouble. The point is my father's female popularity so well, so he never let off girlfriends. So my grandma tell my mother, just keeping giving birth. After the children was born, we will take care of them. My mother was so stupid, we just follow their advice. Not long after, we have 6 children. He's so executive. As a result, my father is still no responsibility. Fortunately, I have a very strong mother. He never give up. He go to the bus station to watch card. At the next time, he work in a restaurant as a waitress. Because at that time, my mother had severely depressed. What can you do? At that time, he almost never sleep. Just sit in the kitchen, wipe tears. This is my childhood. My kind neighbor come to take picture of us to show you. Otherwise, you think I'm kidding. In the middle high school, I was distributed the elite school. After school, I will go back. I cook and feed my younger brother and sister. You see, I always ask myself and my mother, why you let me do everything? But my mother always say, you are the only one because you are the eldest son. You didn't know each other, we won't meet. This is my family. And Mama told my elder sister, Mama find a hair salon for you. They offer meal and housing. You go to work to make money to have a mom. My sister cried. You can't care about why you give birth to lots of us. Why other people study, we go to work. Fortunately, the marriage is so important. My mama never forgive her. Forgive. You already lost. Your children will make you successful in the future. Mama told me, would you please do mother a favor? You go to work. Where do you want me to go? My mother said, I really have nurse. Then I went to work. After I graduated middle school, I go to work. I become a boss when I was 18 years old. I often say, I thank my family to give so much power. That's how really. You see, I go to work when I was 15. Every end of the world, my mother looking for me and asking me to take money back to buy food.
And I received a call, and my mom just answered because of phone call, right? Don't waste the money. But I just wanted to just give her kind of a warm, like blessings, right? And she even just scolded me that don't call that because this is wasting time and this is wasting money. So my mom really just gave me a lot of like a discouragement there. Okay, so well, I just didn't, receive any wounds right from the family. Therefore, I just turned outward and I made a lot of friends. Like, okay, so let me just tell you this: don't make friends who are gonna be evil, right? Okay, because among my friends, I just got hurt, right, in accidents, right? Okay, yeah. And I want to tell you that if you are just under any kind of sufferings, right? Okay, and when nobody wanted to just come over and give you any glance, right? And this is the very bottom of your life, right? And you will know that it is kind of a beginning point. So you can just, step back, right? Okay. And I thought that after my just accidents, right, and my mom would just say something good to me, but actually the opposite, right? Okay. And I lied in the hospital and I couldn't say anything, and I was just injured in my entire body, and my mom still just kept scolding at me by saying something negative, right? And she said to me that it is not me that don't want to take care of you, right? Because I just can't, right? Okay. And I felt so upset because, I was in like a badly injured condition, and my mom said that to me, and how upset I was, right? Okay. So I wanted to just say, come on, and is it okay? Let's commit suicide altogether. But finally, I just didn't, right? Okay. And this is a really kind of a negative, personality that therefore I was formed, right? Okay. And so I learned to be kind of a bad tempered, when I grew up, right? Okay. I opened up the company and I just hire a designer, and I want all my brothers and sisters to come over and help me. Okay. So it is a really, really kind of speedy that I own my own company. And do you know that, the business there in my shop, in my company was kind of super wonderful. And you know why the business in my company was wonderful, because I was kind of sympathized by all the guests, because all my staff members were all my brothers who were young, okay, And when they just spend the money, all right, and then they always say to all my staff and myself that they just keep the change, like, because they need to go to school, right? Okay, so keep the change, for all the like even younger brothers and sisters, right? Okay, and this is a way that we can just earn so much money in a short period of time, right? Okay, and therefore I was pleased, and I was kind of proud, and then that my mother know that, okay, you don't have to work, right? Because I can earn money myself, right? Okay, and let me tell you, my mom was really lucky, that she had a son like me, right? Okay, and I just began working when I was a senior high school young boy, right? Okay, and you see, right, this is the picture taken before I served in the military, right? And I bought like a Rolex, right? I bought a kind of branded watches, and I bought a motorcycle. Okay, and I wear long hair, and a lot of people thought that I was a girl, right? You know that my mom really hurt me very, very badly, right? And I don't know whether she's here or not, or fortunately she is not, right? Okay. And you know that I earned the money, and I got the money, and I just want to take the money home to my mom. My mom told me that, okay, don't come back so frequently. Okay, hey, come on, I want to bring home money, and she said that to me, right? Because she thought that okay, I always like bought like expensive, like luxuries, like watches, like motorcycles, and my like a weird so-called like hairstyle. That so my mom just said, don't come back to home, don't come back home so frequently, because maybe you will just bring a kind of an active role models to my other like sons and daughters, right? Okay, well, I wasn't, right. Okay, well, was really upsetting, kind of upset to me, right? Okay, so in the pictures, right, I was serving in the military, right? Okay, and I saved the money, I mean the salary. Okay, and after I got kind of retired from the military, I bought myself a truck. Okay, and why did I buy the truck, right? Because I just like I just drive the truck, right, on the freeway, and trying to just earn money by like delivering goods, right? Okay, like oils or some other different liquids, right? And it was how I earned the money after I got retired from the military. Okay, I didn't rest very often. I didn't have much rest, right? Because I had to earn money. I never slept in, right? I slept just a few hours every day, unlike others who can sleep like 8 or 9 hours a day, right? You know that how suffering I was, right? I had to earn money because I had so many brothers and sisters and family members, right? And they are waiting for my money. Okay, always thought to myself that the time that I can just really sleep well is when I die, right? After I die, then I can sleep forever, right? Because so many people needs me, right? And we just talked about my oldest uncle who suffered like a polio, right? And my mom again told me that you were older, you were older. Oldest uncle has to be sent to the nursery home. Okay, and I say, come on, you really don't have like enough salary, so you are not capable telling me that you were older brother. Okay, my uncle had to be sent to the like a nursery home. All right, and let me tell you one more time that I have so many younger brothers and sisters who are studying in schools, so that I have to spend a lot of money. And your husband, that is my father, is a drunken, right? And we don't have enough money. And I also have my own family. I have my wife. I have my children. All right. And how dare you can just tell me about that? Okay. And my mom just cried in tears, right? And he just poorly crying said to me that, okay, that is your oldest brother. I mean, that is your oldest uncle, and that is my brother. Okay, and what can he do? Right, he's getting old. He suffers from polio, and now he needs your support. And you said that to me, right? And you see that I had to take the shower for him, right? Because he just couldn't do it anything by himself, right? And after so much of her, we say confession, and I said, all right, okay, I surrender, okay. And there are all the stories that happened around me, right? Everybody just wanted me to give them money all the time, okay. And I have to say that, when the gods closes the windows for you, all right, I mean, or a door for you, whatever, and of course that he will just open another like a window or door for you, right? Okay. And I didn't believe that, but actually it happened to me. Okay, finally. I lived around the Alzidi in Zhiyi, okay, and what happened in this area that I live, right, okay, and now you know that the price of all the land just get more than double, right? So suddenly, after one night, my like the relatives got super rich, just after one night, okay, but that's had nothing to do with me, right? Okay, right. And finally, I got I got one people, okay, and that is one of my uncles, right? Okay, and he just one day came over to me, okay, saying that, all right, I am so rich, right? So what do you want to do, Mingzhao? Okay, and I said to the uncle that I never learned anything. Okay, I wanna do something like like a garage, right? Okay, this is because I think I'm interested there, right? In washing cars, right? So I planned to do some business like that. Okay, selling cars, like washing cars, etc. Right? So I just get involved in such knowledge just by asking a lot about like people about that. Okay. And finally, I opened up one garage, like a car maintenance garage, finally. Okay. Okay. So now my conclusion today is that, okay, it is not because like you are capable. It's not because that you're handsome or what. It's because that you are confident, right? Okay. If you are not confident, okay, and if you don't have any credit in others, right, and nobody's gonna trust you, right? Okay. And you see in this picture, I open like a car maintenance garage, selling cars, right? Repairing cars, right? Washing cars, right? Okay. And I had like three agents selling cars for me, right? And they are really wonderful people, okay? And I said that I carry credit toward everybody, okay? Also toward my like a customer, right? Okay. And when people buy my cars, right, and they just trust, everything in me, right? Okay. So I had a great like a business, right? And I did like wonderful, and I earned so much money, right? And but my uncle told me that it is too slow for you to like make money, right? Okay. So I said, so what can I do? And the conclusion was that I can open up a pawn shop, right? Okay. And my uncle just say, okay, when you are ready to open up a pawn shop, then let me know. But I didn't let anybody know, and then I didn't do any preparation. Okay, and then finally, I just, ask some friends about what a pawn shop is all about and what I should prepare. And then soon I opened up a pawn shop, right? Okay, this is really dramatic, right? Okay. And I opened a chain store, opened a pawn shop. Did you ever hear that? Okay. And it was really kind of the most like overwhelming pawn shops, okay? And you will never see, you know, pawn shops like having more than 20 staff members in one of it, okay? And I am not only illegal, but I'm also comparative in my price, right? Okay. And you see that if you borrow money from the bank, right, I think the interest rate is not as competitive, you know, as in my pawn shop, right? Okay. And if you are interested in opening a pawn shop, and I don't think this is a good business for you, because, you know, I have to deal with like a lot of different people from the government, or we say on the world, right? Okay, gangsters, right? You see in the pictures, and a lot of my relatives just came over to my like a pawn shop, okay, and they say they wanted to just introduce to me a class, and the class they said is kind of helpful, okay, and they said that through the classes that I can grow up myself, right? Okay, and finally I also trusted in them, and I was so touched that, okay, because in the classes, right, what really impressed myself was all my classmates and the whole were over 70 years old, and I thought that I might have been in the wrong class, because I was the youngest, and all other classmates, you know, can be just the age of my father's. All right, okay. And we slept all together 24 hours, and we eat all together, and we learn all day there in such classes. And I learned that, okay, they are really awesome people, right? Okay. And such classes were very expensive, right? And not every people who is rich can just spend as much money as it, right? And do it in the class that I had now, okay? And all my classmates shared their life experience with me, and I was just so amazed and surprised, right? Okay, and I learned that money actually isn't the most important thing in life, right? Okay, the most important thing is that all the relationship between your families and between all the people around you. And the most importantly is that you have to do some contribution to the society, and you must be helpful to our society. If you don't do that, okay, and nobody's gonna like you, right? And I gradually learned something from all the talks, right, from all my so-called classmates, right? Okay, so I thought to myself that, and should I do something different other than making money to my original family or my present family, right? Okay. And my money is enough, right? So what can I do next, right? Okay. So I suddenly feel that I need to do some cultivation thing, or like a practitioners, okay, like a practitioner. And now I'm not older, but I'm retired. So I now serve as a volunteer, okay, spending money so, hard, all right, okay, every day to help people, right? Okay. So we have to just see through ourselves through the angle of life. And life actually means impermanence, right? And I'm 50 years old now, okay? And how long is my life? Okay, how long can my life last, right? And if I spend my life, all right, after 55 years old, earning money, it doesn't mean anything to me, right? And you can see from the pictures, and you see there our former president Lee Teng-hui is like a classmate and friends, right? Okay. And what does the president mean? It means nothing, right? Because a president has also passed away, right? Okay. I get retired. I'm not a fool. I love money, of course, right? Okay. But I think I can choose something more important to do in my life, right? Okay. And all my friends are, really, really so confident in me, right? Okay. And they said that I am their idols. They even want to use the incense and just worship me, right? Come on, this is true. I'm not lying, right? Okay. And in the pictures, and this is my father. Okay, he is lucky, and he has he is lucky that he is my like I'm his son, right? And I'm very unlucky because I'm his son, right? Okay. I always think this is the relationship, right? But through Buddhism, I learned something new that, okay, because, I owe him very much in this life, and I have to eliminate all my negative karma by doing everything I can to, like, do everything as a return to him, right? Because, yeah, personally, I feel so unlucky because I'm your son this life, right? And you see in this picture, okay, my father suffered from oral cancer and he has a lot of debt, right? He is in debt, right? And my mom said that, okay, he is in debt, but you don't just, do anything for him, right? Okay, right. But I thought that I had to be really obedient, okay, to my like a father who is dying, right? Okay. And you don't love him, but you have to pretend that you do, right? Okay. And let my father, okay, just be like a carefree without hatred before, okay, he dies, right? Okay. And finally, okay, my father passed away peacefully. And in this picture, you see my mother, and my mother, smiled really happily. But you see other audience, all the listeners here, they were crying, right? Okay. And I take care of my mom, okay, for her like entire life, okay. And I also took care of my father who abandoned our family, okay. And they said to me that, okay, don't I hate them? Okay. And I said to them that, okay, if you really carry hatred in mind, then it is kind of a useless, right? Okay. And I believe that everybody has the positive side in mind, but what they lack is their energy, right? And if you carry and you find out where your energy is, right, and you can really do everything smoothly, I think, right? Okay. And I had my presentation last week, and after this, a lady just came over to me, okay, and she said to me that after your presentation, I recall to myself, right, okay, and I said to myself that I should just get my father, who is 98 years old, back, and I had to be always like treating him, all right, really nicely, right? And in this picture, you see, this is the lady who came up to me just last week, right? 3 years ago, Mingzhao had a presentation with us, right? And he just told me that I had to like treat my father in a nicer way, okay? And let's get rid of the hatred, right? And last July, my mom passed away, and it meant that my father really only had me, the daughter, right? So contemplating like carefully, I thought about the Mingchao's story, okay? And he also said that I should just be nice to my father, all right? But finally, it came true, right? I contemplated carefully and I say I had to just do it, right? So now I'm living with my 98-year-old father, okay? So Minchao actually is my manufacturer, right? Okay. You see, her father just abandoned her and her mother, the entire family. But now she loves her father like so wonderfully. And I say, right, okay, you see, and she is a good lady. And she told me that she wants you to come back home. And do you have anything to say to your dear daughter or to your dear father, right? And I really hope that in the very last stage of his life, and he can just live happily And father, do you feel happy having your daughter as well as your son? Do you want to say anything to your daughter and your son, right? Yeah, as long as they are nice to me, then I feel kind of satisfied and contented, right? Okay. All right. And my father always like refer to me as Amway, okay? And I'm very grateful to them, right? And we really hope, okay, as a daughter, my father can just live happier and I can really fulfill my life with filial piety, all right? And I already have let go of all my afflictions and sufferings and hatred, right? Okay. And this is kind of wonderful kind of result that I see that you are living now with your father, okay? And this is the plague, okay, on which you will see satisfaction in your life, right? And finally, Master Zheng Yan says that if you have a Dharma in mind, then you have the way out, right? Okay. And the process of life is suffering. But if we feel upset, okay, and we have to learn something, right? Of course, right? And if you don't learn something, then you just continue feeling upset, right? Okay. Thank you very much. And finally, and she just came back, okay, to the language. You hear her, I mean, his language. Yes, this is Taiwanese, right? Okay. Yeah, and now, you know, he is a really kind of an awesome people, okay? And I really hope that he can continue sharing his stories like next time, all right? He has a kind of a super dramatic life, all right? Okay. And then finally, he says to everybody, okay, and we won't meet one another if you know we don't owe anything, okay, toward one another, right? Okay. So we are so touched, okay. And although you know his presentation is pretty fun, but I want to say that he is full of energy, right? Okay. And I feel you know so you know both touched and entertained, you know, by his presentation, right? Okay. And now let's say that more than that, I more feel like I'm grateful hearing your presentation, right? Okay. And he is like a superior person because you know he just began working, began carrying on all the duties when he was only 15 years old, right? And this is his life story, okay? But let's say if we were him, right? I don't think that our life could be just as awesome of his, right? Okay. And if we were him, and it's impossible that okay, we just open up okay our own business when we were like 40 years old, right? Or okay, and well, see, you may think that I myself get retired, you know, earlier. No, actually, I get retired when I was 50 years old, right? Okay, as a teacher, and a lot of my colleagues just said it was a pity that I get retired so early, right? But I'm very sure that I have something to do after my retirement, right? And let's go back to Huang Mingzhao. Okay, he got retired when he was young because he is sure that he has more meaningful things to do, right? Okay, and he knows that he has to cherish his lifetime to do something more meaningful toward the society. And Zhiyi actually is his like a man, like a ground, right? Okay. And he's standing here and he is giving us like a full of energy. And we said, okay, to my friend that okay, he is doing the presentation, okay, and my friend got surprised that okay, I guess that they are going to just listen to his presentation online. And myself, okay, I myself feel surprised that he really changed a lot, right? And as he says, right, his mom is lucky to have him as her son, right? But everything now, as you can see in the pictures and through his presentation, like everything now has a good ending. This is just like a peaceful ending, okay? And he has more to share in his stories, right? Okay, I see, and we receive a lot of like messages saying that this is kind of a touching, right? And when that in Hualien says that his life story is kind of a full of challenges, and he knows to cherish all the affinities and accept the imperfections in his life, and he uses wisdom and do everything to conquer all the difficulties, right? This is a role model, right? Okay, and all his friends just said that, you know, they all admire him, that, okay, and this is really awesome, right? Okay, right? And wonderful. And Shijin says that, and Mingzhao actually has a lot of like life experience, that, and he never says he wanted to get retired, in the like a Shiji's mission, okay? And it is really awesome, and when we hear his presentation about his life stories, right? And we are so proud of you, right? And Zhou Ruixin from Beijing says like, Mingzhao, okay, and how old are you, right? You have experienced so much, right? And let me tell you, okay, he is 50 years old. He is no junior to me, okay? And Shijin says it's not easy to open up a pawn shop, right? And you are really brave, right? Okay. And you really have a friend who stands, for a lot of like aspects in the world, right? Okay. And we have Shijin also saying that, this is a life without retirement, right? Okay. And we have a Chichi Ha, and she says, oh, you are wonderful, you are a role model, okay? And Meijin says, like, okay, money actually is just a tool, it's not everything. But actually, he said in his presentation that he's not making money, but he is always spending money. So I am really a retired person, right? And my money resources actually is from collecting rentals, right? Okay, right. I don't work, but I have some income, right? Okay, so don't worry about his income, everybody. And he is so much blessed, right? So of course, like he will receive like more money and do more good deeds, right? Okay. And after he received the money, and he just shared it, right, with all the people, right? Okay. And he is gonna be joining us, right, on the charity carnival on like June 9th, right? Okay. And through all the presentations, okay, now we have one more like message from Shandong Weihai, and it says that he is really a brave person because he didn't have great affinities with his family members, so it is good for him to be a practitioner. Okay. And please give him a big hand, right? Okay. But actually, we had other volunteer. I can tell you his name. And he is a great volunteer, and he is well trained, okay? And he is trained to speak in some specific way, in some specific occasions. And actually, Huang Mingzhao is here as a Shiji volunteer. It is all because of a Fang Shifu, okay, who opens like a bread bag factory, of course, like you know. Okay, and we have a Beijing from Kaohsiung saying that after listening to Mingzhao's presentation, and we suddenly grow up through your fun sharings, right? Okay, and I'm sure that your life in the world is to just repay the grace, of course, right? Okay, And this shows that we have to really use well in our life and do something meaningful to the life. So this is the choices we can make, right? And if we are always upset and like complain about anything, and that doesn't make anything good, right? Okay, and this is kind of a wonderful selfless sharing from Mingzhao. And the Dali, okay, message says that yeah, it's perfection, right? Imperfection always lies in every corner of our life, but we can do our best to make it more perfect, right? Okay, and we receive more and more coming. Okay, there are so many more messages coming up here, right? Okay, and so now whenever you feel upset, okay, always tell yourself, right, to let go of your like a grievance, right? Okay, and here is a message from Japan saying that this is really a symphony of a life from Huang Mingzhao, all right? And always tell yourself that you come here and you are here to repay the graces to everybody, right? And this is a great chance that we can listen up to his life stories, right? And we have a message from Elan, okay? And thank you for your life story. And we have Victor from North California saying that, okay, if we meet together because we have dated and unpaid, right? Okay. So thank you very much. And we have Andy from Mongolia, and he says that listening to your presentation, this is really useful to me, right? Okay. And if you have a life, if you carry love in life, this is gonna be wonderful. And your name is Mingzhao. In Chinese means Ming Dynasty. So come on, do you have other family members whose name is also like a Qing Dynasty or other dynasty, right? Okay. And actually, no. Okay. And I said, right, if we don't owe one another, then we are not gonna be meeting, okay? And I was told that this quote really helped a lot of families, right? Okay, right. Thank you. We have a lady Cuckoo from Malaysia. I'm so grateful, okay, to hear you that, okay, money actually means, all right, you can just spend enough, right? You can use it enough, like in your life, right? And because he is also, like a person who always thinks so. Okay. Okay, so here are all the wonderful messages left here, right? And if you have anything that you want to tell our Huang Mingzhao, and just leave your message here. Thank you so much. Okay, and please do more sharings next year, right? Okay. And today maybe is the beginning of your life story, but because you have only 30 minutes, right? Okay. And now let's go to our call out, right? And where are we calling out today? And we are going to
呢，其实是到了北京，所以我们待会即将要上线到北京哈。那北京这边呢，我们知道我们的北京的志工，其实每一件有关于慈济事都一直在。
This is Beijing 慈济 selfless love change the life of the disadvantaged families and give them hope. Here we see the sick children, his sick boy, and the Tzu Chi volunteer just accompanied this sick boys, and he got the tongue cancer, lymphoma. The tip of the boys is just bad, rotten, and the Tzu Chi family just told the sick boy, there are two things we need to do without any delay. The first is just the act of the piety, and the other one is we need to do the good deeds. And the father of the sick boy, he's very touched by the Tzu Chi volunteers' help. So the father of the sick boy also volunteered at the hospital, and he's just like bright lamp of many people, and his heart lamp. become brighter and brighter, just light up many sick people's life. And now we are going to share the story in Beijing. The sister Chen Shuang, I like to be with you because you have positive energy. Now here's the sister Chen Shuang in Beijing. This Master Zhenye and the Jinshe Master and the Zhiyi family online. Hi everyone, I am the Chen Shuang, and I'm going to share the case study in Beijing. The long-term care recipient, Grandpa Fu, and here Master Jingshi Master and the Zhiyi family member online. Hello everyone. I am the disciple Chen Shuang, and the Master grant me the Dharma title Meiyun. And we have a lot of projects in Beijing, like 2016. We have many special program projects in Beijing, like 2016, and we have children together project, assist the children in need, and another welfare center of Yanchi Zhen in 2018. Environmental sanitation care activity in 2021. And we have the Uncle Wu. And we just visit a special recipient, long-term care recipient, the Uncle Fu. The Uncle Fu is very like us to visit him. And the Zhiyi volunteer just prepare a lot of daily necessaries for Uncle Fu. And from the summer to winter, the Uncle Fu just when the Uncle Fu saw the volunteers busy with changing the toilet seat, he feels so sorry. So he just took out the brand new toilet seat and put it on. And the Zhiyi volunteers took pictures for all of us. When the Uncle Fu didn't see, some volunteer didn't come to visit him, he just say, "Oh, who didn't come? He or she didn't come. I miss you." And when Uncle Fu knew the volunteer will come to visit him, he just prepared some food like tomato and some noodles. But the visit time rescheduled. All the food went bad. The love relay never stopped. Every time the volunteer to visit the Uncle Fu, we cook some food for him. The volunteers took the uncle to the riverside to clean. So volunteer just washing, drying, and making a lot of noisy. The Uncle Fu just laughing beside us. And the Uncle Fu said, "Oh, all of you are my daughters." And the Uncle Fu feel hurt on the foot, and the volunteer just check his foot and saw a pimple on his foot. So the volunteers promised to take care of his foot, and the uncle is so happy, and he's so thankful to the Zhiyi volunteer. 2023 April, Uncle Fu became the caring member of Zhiyi in Beijing. Uncle Fu house is very popular. All different group of volunteers like to visit him to send the greetings to him, the moments between us. And he just like the volunteers to come to visit him every half month. And he's so like the Zhiyi members, volunteers to visit him. This is the true heart, and the Zhiyi volunteer pick up the heart-shaped stone, and the volunteer asked the Uncle Fu what it looks like. The Uncle Fu just blurted it out. Oh, it looks like the Rulai Buddha. So we wish the Uncle Fu good health, long life, and happy in his life. The Uncle Fu give us the love, just intangible, immeasurable, and the volunteers also very touched by Uncle Fu's love. The Zhiyi Beijing sister Chen Shuang, her voice is so sweet. She can be a reporter. We just thankful to Sister Chen Shuang in Beijing. No matter where you hear this story, from the whole story from Sister Chen Shuang, there's all of loves. Because the time is limited, we cannot say all the comments from the online group. Now we are going to exercise. Sister in Nepal can speak English. She leaves a lot of the English comments for the online group. Also, Zhiyi team leader Eric leaves a message for our online group. Now we just do exercise to read.
大家放轻松，跟着我们一起来活络筋骨喽！来，踏紧您的脚步，一起来！加油加油！我们的爸爸妈妈们也加油哦！好，停下来，抱胸抱胸，眼睛向上，继续加油！再一次。 准备滚轮，滚轮，换边，回到中间，风来了，双手举高，在你不经意的时候从你身边，准备拍腿甩手，或许你加油加油，但会看见树叶飘落，停下来，风来了，在你低下头的时候就从天空划过，拍腿甩手，你注定。 无法看清我，只能感觉白云飘动。好，准备扩胸。一个人有多大的能耐，不能只看他的外在。准备做。一颗心到底挂厉害，不气跨满内在。 点肩向上，抱胸，抱胸，点肩向上，继续。再一个，准备滚轮，准备换边，回到中间，向上，滚轮换方向，换边，回到中间，加油，滚快点，向上，一起喊一声，嘿，好，慢慢的，老师，我们今天是不是先用一首就好？时间是不是有稍微？
可以，没关系了。
OK， 好，那我们今天就带这一首。那活动组在这边祝福大家健康、活力旺、心态健康、上改赞，谢谢。
真的非常感恩我们的活动组哦，他们其实是有准备2首的哈。但是我其实已经放下去，突然发现他们结束了哈。好，都是好姻缘，一切都是好，所以我们热烈掌声感恩雅萍带着我们大社的团队，而我们的金璇呢，他就是大陆呢高雄2边跑，那只要一回到大社就马上融入团队哈，所以真的非常感恩，也感恩香怡回来了，所以真的。需要很多人。那好回应善效应的部分，我还是要说声抱歉，因为真的。
And we have the good respect.
英文留言哦，嘉玲这边写的好多，但是把你那一句就是明朝的
No debt, no encounter.
相欠不会相见这 No debts, no encounters. I will remember that forever. 就是会把这一句话，你的金句记得非常清楚。然后另外呢是我们的。From Ringo TV， 我不晓得您是哪边的家人 Ringo， 你说 Master teachings always help us to move in a right path and lead us to the positive directions。他说
And she say Master lead us towards the good positive ways. No matter you write down the English or comment for the Chinese. And we have our team leader era to lead us to the good way.
那非常感恩他带动大家，同时呢也留言鼓励，我们之后再分享。那感恩我们的小明木会以及我们的杨以及黄华哈。
And then today we have a new producer. Today is our anchors from the ITV. And today we can see the photograph is, and that is made from Zhiyi. She written by herself. And our photograph is designed from the Kaohsiung team. And last week I saw the message. And they write down the Turkish volunteers. And these volunteers bring a lot of hope and warmth. And that is so proud. And they move a lot of people. And the Jiyi just write down the message to us, and that was his first time to show the interviews. Oh, and the Jiyi is also Zhiyi. She write down the message. She is the anchor and she also producers. And we can have a look at the videos. And that is the violin agreement in the Philippines. We can ask the Zhiyi to tell us in the morning in the Philippines. Hello everyone. In the morning, I was in the we are selling the 20th anniversaries in the Philippines. You can hear the Zhiyi and the reporter, they can go to overseas to interviews. And you can see the interviews and the first time and show the news. And we also can see these kinds of programs is show a lot of people's. In these videos, we can see in the keyment, and they are sending the assist device to demons. You will understand what the divine do in the keyment. I was so happy because my family, my older, they also help me. The team in the demon have a lot of people to work together. You can see the suffering people, and you will cherish your life. Because Zhiyi also went to the Philippines to the 29th anniversaries. And this news is show us the 10th anniversary in the Philippines. And on various monuments, you can have a look the disaster used to affect the Philippines. And now they recovers. Through this footage, we can see the Zhiyis. We can witness the Zhiyi in the Philippines. I know Zhiyi long time ago, and I knew she was very excellent anchors. And she do very good, excellent report. And sometimes we have some activity in the Guangzhou area, and she is also anchors. You can see the humanities week in the Guangzhou. And they have a lot of activity and event in these weeks. You can feel a lot of love and warmth and in this week. You look, the Zhiyi is an anchor. So Guangzhou area is bring a lot of people very wonderful memories. Now, let's welcome our speakers, Zhiyi. I really love to stay with you because you are so positive. And thank you, you bring me very positive power. I think the Kaohsiung online study group is so excellent. I'm so grateful Zhiyi came in person to visit our online study group. We met long time ago, and Zhiyi gave us a lot of support. And the teacher Meiyun invited me 1 year ago, so we are so grateful because the time was flying, and very quick, and the days arrived. So I'm here now. She got a lot of title. She is a reporter. She is a producer. And I saw her in the before when she do a program in the Da'ai. When we see the weekly programs, we will know a lot of information. So in the sampling, the morning sampling, and Mr. Xiao just say, we can have a look these kinds of sampling. We will see more information. We know recently the people's mind is full of the hatreds. If we can look more the world of information or news, and they will bring more love to us. If we receive these kinds of positive news, I think we will be better. And Zhiyi also was a teacher in the Zhiyi University. I think she have a very good fluently speaker. I think she will share more stories to us. Then us invite the Zhiyi again. We are like to stay with you. Thank you, the Kaohsiung online study give me a lot of support. I'm so happy to be here. Because every day I will review again. And I'll be here. Today my topic is the good thought will accumulate, become very big river. I know a lot of people, you are the audience for the Dai TV news, and you can see me. Before I hold the Dai TV microphones, I was working the Dai TV for over 19 years. This month is 20 years. So this month I worked 20 years in Dai TV. Have you ever seen I hold a microphone in the TV station? Can you raise your hand? Okay, thank you. You witness. When I was a lady, until now I'm a middle age. Now I'm working in the Dai TV programs. So this QR code, you can scan that. If you are tired of the short or shallow news, I invite you can have a look the 24 minutes, the more deep the story in the Dai TV programs. And at least I interview few stories in Philippines, and which is the Typhoon Haiyan's a pet in the Philippines, and that is been 10 years anniversary. In 20 years, my journey, I was working in the commercial TV stations. And I have to be honest, that was the very close distance to the evil. I just want to ask, have you ever heard about the Rai Banners? And his name is Yang Lumen. Known before because he was a postman to the imported rice, so he used very aggressive ways to express his opinions. He put like 17 bombs around the Taiwan. So at the time, every day when I worked, my supervisors try to guessing when and where is the bomb. And one day my supervisor asked me in and tell me you need to go to supermarket to ask the bomb is going to put there. And I was curious. I asked, where is your information from and the resource from? And my supervisor say, our anchor dream about that. And I was so surprised. And I did this news? Yes, of course, because I just a new reporter. I think the reporter should combat the truth, but now it's become the producer of a fake news. But this kind of news, the sensational topic or exclusive news, is also catch people's eyes, and they also could have the very high ratings. So that's why the TV stations both keep going use this kinds of news. In the commercial station, because the capitalizations, they are like competitions, so they lack of the goodness and the ethic. So be honest, at the time I'm unkind. So you can look the pictures. When I work in the commercial TV station. And I think I was very thanked because I'm so proud I work in the commercial TV station because I hold in their microphones. But I knew when I left this TV station, I have nothing. When I was a journalist, and my personality became very impatient. I speak very fast, and I also push people to speak fast, even though I also push my family. I have a very impatient personality. I couldn't see myself at the time. Under this high pressure environment, and I think when I worked as a reporter, and there is a paparazzi, and at the time my company gave me a woman handbag. Inside have the in-port camera lens, and we use this one to undercover and interview people without people accepting. At the time, I have a lot of hatred in my mind, and I like to dig up any bad news from land. And because these news can let me make the good stories. In my mind, in my life, I just focus on exclusive news. And 20 years ago, they also like the news is like a ghost, and this kinds of bad news information. Sometimes I go to the society things, like some kinds of fireplace, and I also got, because these kinds of bad environment, and I also got some disease, and I got the operation. The doctor just told me, if you visit me late, you maybe have trouble. So after operation, my company sent a reporter come to interview me, and they put the title is this reporter got ill, and by her interview some bad news. And one day, my boyfriend, now is my husband, he picked me up by his scooter, but on the way we had an accident. And at the time when I standing up, and the first thing I do is just checking my clothes, and my bed is a scratch. And my boyfriend was very angry. He asked me, why you only care about yourself? And at the time, I couldn't say anything. But when he said that, I just realized how terrible I was. So I'm so grateful my family just pointing out my bad behavior. And they try to help me to see myself, and to realize my behavior is hurting people, and realize the report, what I report is harming people. So they have one saying is, when you do not study hard when you are a child, and you will become a journalist when you are older. But actually, I made my vows to become reporter when I was young, because I think the reporter, they can convey the truth, but and the reporter is the gatekeeper. And but now I realize the reporter is the producer to make the bad and the fake news. And I ask why I become like that. I ask, can I need to do that, keep going? And I I think I need to change. I need to make a change. I need to change the company. I want to more close to be kind. So I work in the Dai TV. In this Dai TV station, I years I work here. But when one person wants to change their characters, it's not that fast. And when I just arrived on ITV, I just told my supervisor, says, I don't want to interview the Zhiyi volunteers news. I just want to interview the normal news. Because in the commercial TV station, I was report like education or like a society news, but I never have interview the Zhiyi news. But because I reach this news, I can see a lot of life story. So we can have a look this news. We can see the sugarcane life very ordinary, and this sugarcane field is grown by the Mr. Hong, and you can see he is blind, and his left hand side is amputations, and the right hand is just have 3 fingers. But he did not give up himself. He is 75 years old. He still supports by himself. So even though I am blind, but I still can touch this plant and know how the grow is bad or not. Even though he did not wear the shoes were on the fields, and he can use his touching over his body to grow the cane sugars very well, even though he need to spend a lot of times more than people. I'm blind and I just have one hand left, but I do my thing very detailed. Except we can see this grandpa's he is blind, and some people will say he will become beggars in the future, but he's not. He did not give up his life, and have one period of time he was a care recipient of a Zhiyi, but after few years he gave up this financial aid. He told us he can support by himself. He don't need to love financial aid. So he's saving his money and also donate the money to our Zhiyi. And we can see this grandpa. He already 93 years old, but he still keep going donate the money every month. And the time I named this story is the life hand. You can have a look his story.
And the next is Mother Yo. She has already passed away. Her son was murdered in a homicide case. And so she said she wanted to kill the murderer in the court. But on the right hand side is the Mother Yo who is hugging the murderer. Let's take a look at this video. She has to make a living on her own because of her husband passed away long time ago, and her son was murdered in a homicide case. When her son was homicide, he was only 17 years old. I have 3 dolls, one put in my bedroom and one in the sofa and one in the living room. So I wear these my son's clothes on these dolls to pretend they are my dolls. They pretend they are my sons. And it's in that way that she could recall how adorable her son was. And there was another mother and a friend. She who called me and keep crying. The murderer's mom called me and keep crying. She didn't say anything, but continue keep crying. I understand. If my son killed someone else's son, I would only cry. So I understand how she feels. And so in return, Mother Yo started to become a friend to encourage the murderer's mother, and they become good friends. And she started writing letters to the murderer in the prison, in the jail. And this is a letter sent from the murderer. It's to wish her a happy birthday. This is a cake on the letter to make her feel happy that she get this letter from the murderer. And they are hugging each other. And the mother you feels like her son returned back. His age is very similar to my son's age. So I feel that if my son murders someone else's son, I would wish that that murderers the victim's mom would forgive my son and me. So I forgive her, the murderer's mother. I'm so grateful that my sister started having laugh and smile on her face. If my son is the murderer, I would hope that people would forgive me and my son. So this is like I interview this case. It's like a wake up call for me, because my grandma was killed in a car accident. So I made myself become like a detective Conan. So I handed out flyers to look for the perpetrator, because it was a college student. I hated her so much because she screwed up. So I lost my beloved grandma. So I want her to pay back. One day, a military training instructor from the school called me. She asked me, "Why, Miss Wu? Why do you want to ruin a little girl's life?" I was a victim's relative, but I didn't know that I become the perpetrator. I want to take revenge to that college student who killed my grandma in a car accident. But I was so torn I felt so torn in my heart. So when I report this in-depth coverage of restorative justice. I interview Mother Yo and several victims' relatives. I think I know that how to restore my trauma is to and to surmount the trauma in life is to forgive. the best way to treat ourselves good is to forgive others. I used to use the magnifying glasses to investigate the darkness side of people. My heart was full of malice. Now after interviewing Mother Yo, I see the goodness and kindness in humanity from the interviewees, and I learned so much. My heart started transforming. When 14 years ago, I went to Philippines. I interviewed a survivor from Haiyan, Hurricane Haiyan. The survivor lost 14 family members in the Hurricane Haiyan. Every year in the anniversary of Haiyan hurricane, this survivor would light up 14 candles to mourn for his family. I didn't have that kind of experience, but I understand his sorrow, and I feel that I have the empathy toward his sorrow, and my interview started to change. I don't want to be so aggressive. And long time ago, I interviewed a girl with elephant leg, and I heard a journalist ask her that your leg looks so ugly. How does your classmates, friends make fun of you? And this interview remind me of James Everest, and that malicious word is like a poisonous snake. It would hurt people. A good word would, like lotus flower, make you feel comfort and feel at ease. So if I'm a ITV interviewer, a ITV anchor, journalist, I would say I would ask after your surgery, what do you think you would change in your life? And do you so many people is happy for you? Do you have anything to say to them? Before I work for the ITV, I work for the ITV. Every day after work, I would go shopping on the street on the Zhongxiao Donglu, shopping for apparels. I didn't know I was greedy. I didn't know I have the high desire, because I interviewed the celebrities. They wear more fashionable and expensive apparel than I did. So I thought it was just right for an TV anchor to wear something more fashionable. But after I work for the ITV, I wear uniform. I don't need to wear a lot of outfits because of work, for my work. And so I started buying something else. I started buying from Costco. I started buying blanket, all kinds of blankets. But after my desire was filled up inadvertently by the environment and the past experience. Last year, after the Haiyan, at the 10th anniversary year of Haiyan hurricane, a little girl told me that Zhiyi gave her the blanket, environmental protection blanket, although it was torn with a hole, but she's still using the blanket. That totally blew my mind away. I finally realized my desire was so high. So I cherish all the opportunity to go and to the international disaster relief. And every time when I see the way I can witness the suffering, but when I see the service offering by city volunteer, I also see the hope in the world. After I worked for Thai TV for 20 years, I would like to express my gratitude to all the interviewees and the city volunteers. Because of them, I transformed myself from malice, a heart with malicious intention, into a heart full of compassion and kindness, and hope that I could encourage more goodness and kindness in the society. We hope that people will see the true value of life, and hope that the people who are in suffering, when they see Thai TV, they will be encouraged and they see the hope in their life. And when you all the volunteer, when you face the needy, and we hope that you would introduce Thai TV to them so that they could see other people, they are suffering, but their life was transformed because of the goodness and kindness in the society, so that they feel encouraged and they could overcome their obstacle in their life. And only when people in the society can see the kindness and goodness in the society, we could encourage more goodness, and we could encourage the circle of goodness in the society. And we hope that we could converge all the goodness and kindness in the society, so that we could exert more powerful, compassionate power in the society, so that Zhiyi world, the great story in the Zhiyi world, can be seen, can be felt, can be encountered, so that you know that you are able to make it. You can become part of the great power in the society. And in front of such a big crowd, to reveal my own the malicious intention in my heart before, it was very challenging for me. When you really revealed what your thoughts in the past, it really touched my heart. Although we have 3 cameras here, we don't have to see. We don't have to see look into each other's face. We need to face the camera. Although we like each other so much, we would love to take a look at each other's face so much, so often. When we in her story, the anchor story, she said when she fell down from the motorcycle, the only thing she cared about is her back. The stuff in her back, whether they were damaged. So her boyfriend was so sad and angry that she only cared about those material stuff. She didn't care about her boyfriend. Thai TV saved my love, saved myself. So my boyfriend is now become my husband. And if I didn't transform my heart because of my Thai TV, I wouldn't care about people around me. Thai TV transformed me for the past 20 years, my heart was really totally transformed from not caring anyone around me, become caring and be kindness to people around me. Friend, 9 million people are TV friends, and hope that all of you can join as member of TV, great friend of TV, so that you can contribute your own effort to make this world a better place through the TV report. We could broadcast goodness, kindness in the society. And she worked for the ITV. Not only work, it's a job, but also it's a place for her to learn from her interviewees and from the volunteers that they although they are not celebrities, but they make a contribution to the society with their good heart. And most people, most anchor, they are only reporting news, but the anchor in the ITV, they have to report. They have to reveal the goodness and kindness from the interviewees, because they have the responsibility to broadcast the great stories, touching story in the society, so that we could create a circle of kindness in the society. And did you see that in her long time ago? Oh, I really want to know how she is right now. And I was just a new anchor in the ITV. I was very grateful that my supervisor didn't listen to me and gave me opportunity to interview Zhiyi volunteers. I used to refuse to interview Zhiyi volunteer because I think I am good at interview the news from the society. I don't want to interview Zhiyi volunteer. I only want to do what I was good at. I didn't know. I didn't want to interview Zhiyi volunteer because I don't know them. But I'm really grateful that my supervisor didn't listen to me. He gave me an opportunity to get closer to people with good heart and get to know kind people. So I have the opportunity to get closer to people who are kind to others and to the society. And so we hope that all of us can learn from her story. We encourage ourselves, expect ourselves to become and transform our heart to become a person who could bring happiness and kindness to the world and to the people around us. Thank you for coming today. And let's return back to our PowerPoint. And next week, and it's the second week of June.
So next week is our second week of June. So please bring your like juniors, like a home family members here. And I don't know whether Huang Mingzhao is gonna also do this to us or not. Okay, next week, right? And here, like we have a cranberry bombs today, and you can do the charity sale, okay? And later on, you can just do it, right? And we also have a lot of like a Jinsi products, which are in like a good, like a quality, and they are all like sponsored by our like entrepreneurs of Zhiyi, right? Okay. And here, like we have the noodles, right? The noodles is super delicious, and I receive like a positive comments, right? Okay, okay, and the noodles, I say, okay, it is really tasty. And we have this is kind of a new product, right? Okay, and the noodles is special, and you can just try this. Okay, and we also have the jelly drink, right? This is also a new product, right? Okay. And if you like purchase our jeans product like up to over like $1,000, and we will give you like some good gifts today, right? Okay. And here we also have the soybean powder. Okay, this is also good. And next week, then we're gonna have our like journalist from DAI TV, and we have a Dingming and the Rosen from DAI Technology, and we will have like the mouse pad, okay, from like a DAI Technology. Of course, like you have a mouse pad at home, but do you have the eco-friendly one? And come and get one, please, next week, right? And next week we also have like a Sijing Wenjing, okay, of the Thai voice here, and we have a Zhang Wendai from Hualien doing the guided reading, all right? And you can also just go home, okay? And whenever you have time, you can just go back to our recap and leave your wonderful comments to offer us encouragement to us, right? Okay? And this is why we're here, and we want to just do our best and support, the good deeds like, in the world, right? Okay, I like you to also do the inventory of your own life, and yeah, it could be whatever we can, right? Okay, and thank you for today's all the sharings, right? And this is wonderful sharing, especially like the journalist like Zhiyi, okay, from Zhiyi. This is really touching, right? So I will see you next week, and I really hope that we can meet at every Wednesday and say, and I like to be with you because you have a power, okay, positive power. So let's spread forward to the Dharma. If we step forward, then there's kind of what affinity waiting for you, right? And if we can just always be there as diligent, and we will have a better ourselves, right? So we don't need to be like influential, but we really have our own power to do our best, all right? So that's a web goodbye to our masters in the Jin's abode, all right?